What's going on there, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On The Bench with Pete, and I've got to be honest, I've no idea what I'm going to be working on because I haven't set anything up yet. So grab yourselves a brush, model, cup of tea, coffee, whatever you want, and paint along with me. Rid the world of unpainted miniatures and get your collection of unpainted miniatures down. I think I'm going to be starting on Space Marines or doing something with there, and we'll just take it from there. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, welcome. So as you can see, yes, I've got some Space Marines here and a scout on a bike. So we're going to start with there, and I'm going to be starting by doing black on some stuff. So I'm just going to use this model colour black here by Vallejo. Doing the tyres and trims of their armour. Excuse me, because I want to lay down some other colours on it. Some metallics do cover well on black, so all black areas I'm going to do metallic. So I'll pop those to one side for a minute, and we'll start on the tyres on this chap here. He's looking a bit dark because he's got a bit of a skin wash all over him. Not actually that dark. Let's have another light on here. There. Dirty from the grime of battle. I think it's all dried on him. But anyway, that's fine. Dilute this down a bit, this black. And then we can get going. So, Christmas 2015. Let's talk about that for a bit. I know most of you all gotten over that by now, but it's worth mentioning as this is the first On The Bench episode since Christmas. So it's the first On The Bench episode of 2016, which I was hoping obviously to be doing in the new studio, but there you go, life, it happens. I may have done this a bit too thin. We'll see. There we are. So yeah, let's talk about Christmas then. I had a good Christmas. Nice and quiet as usual, which is my favourite kind. Years ago when I was younger, I used to have to travel everywhere, going visiting people and all this kind of thing. No, I don't. It's so much better. You see, I get all that done beforehand. So I'm going to rush around on the same day. Used to be visiting about 5 or 6 people in one day in the olden days. It was crazy. Now I kind of don't have to do that. It's good, and I'm happy. When I'm older, gets a bit much, I'll just do the main areas that I can with this brush, and then I'll swap out brushes. This is an older brush anyway, it's a standard brush. I use it for washing and things like that a lot now. So yeah, so hobby wise, I got myself a new camera, a DSLR camera from my wife, which I'm going to be using for obviously stills. I mean, I'm hugely into photography anyway, and I was before, but yeah, I did break my old camera, so it's kind of like an upgrade really. I mean, I can film videos on it as well, if I want to. Get some good macro shots. Yeah, it's all high def and everything, so, well, all cameras are these days, aren't they, but yeah, but I want to use it primarily for stills, really. I would like to get into a bit of taking pictures, good pictures of my models as well, and other people's obviously when I come across them at like conventions and things. Right, time to swap out the brush on that one. Okay. Right, okay. Forgot to make a note of the time. There you go. Gotta make a note of the time, so I don't want to go more than an hour really, if I can help it, on these. I know I have done before. That's because I'm totally unaware of the time. The time of recording is actually just gone 12 o'clock midday in England, here in England. So, whatever time it is there for you. I know some of you like to paint late at night. I've done that myself a few times before. Sometimes it's easier to think late at night when you're the only one awake, I find. The house is all quiet. It's like now when I'm here on my own, it's easier to think about stuff. Right, so that's obviously when I put the bass on, whatever it may be, probably the Vallejo stuff. It's amazing, I got myself this screen to make it easier for me to stay on camera. I still go off camera. Still, that's just me. Nearly done on the tyre here. But yeah, like I say, all in all, Christmas was good. I did get a pack of, what are they called? Like Chaos Warhounds or something like that. I'll just pop them over here to dry. Right, on with these Space Marines. Yeah, Chaos Warhounds. I like Chaos Army. It's got a good aesthetic. I like the look of it. I'd like to get myself a Demon Prince sometime because I think they look pretty cool. Just with that outstretched hand, well, palm up thing going on. I like that. It's a good pose. I don't mind getting him just to have on the shelf. That's how good he is for me. So yeah, then New Year's Day we were down my mother-in-law's for dinner. That was good. It's been very, very rainy here in the UK. We're lucky we didn't get soaked because we walked down so we could have a drink. My mother-in-law only lives kind of down the road really. Well, it's a bit of a hill though, I have to say. Yeah, there's a bit of a hill. But it's okay. I'll just get these black lines done on here. So when they're dry I can put some metallic down on that. Not sure what yet though. I want to go to metallic, kind of sort of metallic-y-ish reds and blues later on. Just as little side projects. Right, so that's one. That's him done. So something else, after Christmas I found I really enjoyed going back to eating normal food again. I think it was like a couple of days after, like day after Boxing Day or something like that. And it got to dinner time and I said, look, I suppose we can just have egg and chips going, because that's what I was craving. Egg and chips. So that's what I had, and it was absolutely amazing. I think my tolerance for rich food, especially over Christmas, is getting less and less. Years ago, able to eat all that stuff, sweets and cakes and chocolate and goodness knows what else. And I can't seem to do it anymore, which is a good thing, right? Especially if we want to try and lose weight. That's the main thing, Ah dear, yeah. So what else? Well, something I did. I know I'm moving into the studio soon, hopefully soon. But I had a go at tidying my room. Might do a thing on that later on in the year. As a challenge to people. Doesn't matter whether you got a room, workspace, just a desk, whatever. Cupboard under the stairs, doesn't matter. Just tidy your work area. Or just make some effort to tidy your work area. And I want to see before and after pictures. Yeah. Because I think... Well, surely I can't be the only person to be this messy. I refuse to believe it. Gotta be others out there. So, what else? It's been quite eventful, really. Been a lot of extra work to do in the studio. Ended up needing to get some special wash and sealer and painting another coat of paint on the walls, because it's a very cold and damp atmosphere, especially this weather now. And now I've got heating in there now, which comes on periodically, and a dehumidifier, which is on all the time. I just empty it occasionally. That seems to have done the job, done the trick. But yeah, just waiting to hear back from my brother-in-law. He's going to help me do the floor. He did try ringing earlier. I didn't hear it. I tried ringing him back. Went through the answer phone, so typical, isn't it? Right, so these guys are done now. Let's have a look at my raven wing here. As soon as I got a lot of black out, I'm just going to do a bit of tidy up work. I think they got a bit messy. Yeah. I don't know how the black, I don't know why I thought I needed that much black. Still, there you go. Sorry, going off camera again. Yeah. When I'm in the studio, I'm going to try and make notes, camera setup and things like that, so I can get the optimum setup for things like this every time, depending on what series I'm filming. Of course, battle reports to be the main one to try and get down in any sense of order. This might not look like a lot, but this tidy up work is quite important, I think. trying to make your models look good. The last thing you want is bits of paint or whatever. I don't know where the others, like, must have been splatters. Of course, it could also be they've been in close proximity to my airbrush. Over time, I've been airbrushing them. Not these, obviously, other models, and tiny paint splatters have gotten on them somehow. So yeah, good to tidy them up now. Talking about, yeah, tidying the room. So what I ended up doing, I got myself another unit of drawers, which is going to really help. And then of course when I'm in the studio, I'll probably look at getting in some shelving, like racking. They do. My favourite type of racking is this plastic stuff you can get from B&Q. It just snap fits together. It's really cool. That's what I was thinking of doing for that. This is good because I'm on camera more now. So what I've asked my wife, Mrs. Mini Warzone, because she's got to be the most organised person I know, right? So I've asked for her help in organising the studio. I think it'll be invaluable. So I know where everything is then. Like, now I'm looking for a certain piece of scenery or something. I'm thinking, where's that again? I was looking for some earlier and I couldn't find it at all. Saved my life. Could not find it. I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to put my hand on whatever it is I need and want at any given moment. It's key. I think these models will look good just being tidied up, you know. We can't see it here on camera, but very well anyway. I've got dark green on the shoulder pads to trim. And you can see it a little bit looking at the screen there. So yeah, gotta get these guys done. Want them in I'd like them in my first battle report. So that could be a good aim then, you know, get them done for that. I've got a few bikes here. Right, get there. Yeah. Pretty awesome. Better do his other leg. Yeah, the third one. Who will they fight first? That's the thing, isn't it? Who indeed? Tyranids probably. Tyranids are probably going to get the most outings. Well, it's just easy to do, make up stories for and campaign settings, aren't they? I think so. Right, so that's one biker down. There. sip of my tea. One moment. Yeah, so off we covered. Covered Christmas, tidying the room, enjoying normal food. A kind of extra work in the studio. So you've seen my secret project by now, which is my Three Musketeers project, which I'm really excited about. I was looking on the website for Redoubt Miniatures from where I got them. They even do a set of rules for it. Now I know, like, my friend told me that there's going to be a set of rules coming out anyway from, I don't know where, Osprey? I can't remember now, but might be there. But there's a set of rules, swashbuckling rules coming out anyway. But yeah, they've already got a set of rules, so that's pretty cool. And I've been working on my Cardinal Richelieu. Actually, I'll just grab him and show you quickly soon. So there's my Cardinal Richelieu so far. I've been doing him. So that'll be my first figure that I've done. Then I'm going to start work on the servant, like the manservant to D'Artagnan, and yes, I don't know. He looks pretty easy to paint. No real order to it, I suppose. Looking forward to doing them more. I've enjoyed it. Painting up Cardinal Richelieu, that's different, isn't it? Something different. I'll do another video on that. What I'm also working on, which I'm quite enjoying, is Nick's New Year painting project, my Fenrisian wolves. Be nice to have a few of those done, ready for when I do my Space Wolves, and they're already done. How awesome will that be? And my Space Wolves are gonna come from the Stormclaw box set. I know that's not many, but it's some to be going on with. And I can just add to it. Betrayal at Calf, I think I'm probably going to give that a miss, the whole 30k thing, for a bit. I'm just going to concentrate on 40k for now. And yeah, that is financial. I just can't afford it. If I had the money, yeah, I would. Get it in a heartbeat. I've heard it's quite a good game in its own right, the Betrayal at Calf box set. So, you know, it'd be nice to try it out, I think. If nothing else. Because when you get down to the nitty gritty, you realise how much needs tidying up. And if it's that much, it's going to make a huge difference. Yeah. Obviously, I'm nowhere near completion yet, but you could probably get away with them on the... Well, I could probably get away with them on my table. On my gaming table. Looking forward to having a gaming table set up, like, permanently. That's just going to be amazing. I've ordered myself a new microphone setup to try out, so I can try and get certain things sounding better, especially live, like hangouts and things like that, and other videos I do through the computer. Yeah, you don't realise how much needs doing until you get down to it. From a distance it looks, oh, you think, oh, that looks alright, you know. And when it comes to it, you think, oh, actually no, it needs a lot more work. Well, that's a bit shoddy there, I need doing. But anyway. Still with all the various stages. I'm considering doing small commissions, as they say. It's a good word, isn't it? I'm considering just painting up a few figures for friends and that, just for something different. You know, and kind of. So I've got, when I'm painting my figures, I kind of know what I've got. I know where I am with it, and that. But if someone say like, I know someone into the role playing and that, and they've just got about like 6 figures to do. Would I mind painting them? No, I'll do them. I think it'd be pretty cool. Do something different like that. So I've offered my services. I'll paint. Obviously, I can work on them on videos like this. Then, in that way, I can get a video done. I can help someone out. Everyone's a winner. Except my unpainted model account, which I hasten to add, excuse me, hasn't even been built yet, so I've told myself no more models, building or otherwise, until I've done what I've got. So that's the way it is. I do like Ravenwing. I think they look excellent. Super cool. Yeah. But what other projects I've got going for the year? Pirates is one I'll be doing at some point. Don't know when, but I want to do Pirates. I've only got 2 pirates at the moment, so I'm saving those. Oh no, I just fancy painting pirates. Got some more Ronin to be doing. And Ronin this year, I might start over with it and do some battle reports on Ronin. I want to get a couple more like war bands done and out of the way before I do that. Ronin's a strange one, really. I quite like the game mechanics in it though. Like you have a turn, you move, you sort one of your figures out, then your opponent does, and then you do yours, and so it's the same sort of game mechanic, I believe, as in Betrayal at Calf and other things, and people get quite excited about that like it's a new thing. It's not. There's loads of games that do that. You know, as opposed to you moving all your men and he moves all his. You move them, psychic phase in Warhammer and shooting, and do all yours, and then he does all his. I think one of my favourite mechanics though. Oh, I'll save that for another video. Nearly said it. Oh, I noticed somebody's asked me on P&Q about that. So I'll save it for that. Gotta go out and feed the birds later. do that every day. Just got a robin recently started coming into our garden. I'm pleased about that. It's quite hard to get yourself a robin. I'll try and keep him if I can. Make sure he's well fed and stuff. Mr. Robin. Lovely red breast he's got. Loads of other bits and bobs to do on these, like purity seals and things like that. So my Musketeers project. So what am I going to be doing with it? Well, obviously I'm going to be painting them up, obviously. Am I going to be playing with them? Yeah, probably. Initially I wasn't sure whether I was just going to make a diorama or something out of it, and because I thought, well, they're in an odd scale. The figures, I believe they're 32 or 35mm as opposed to 28, which is quite nice to paint, but difficult to get other figures for. But they seem to do quite a comprehensive range. Redoubt Enterprises, and very cheap too. I mean, as I said on the previous video about it, their sculpts are not the best in the world, but they're not the worst by any means that I've encountered, so you know, I'm used to this sort of thing. No comparison, but in terms of detail. Okay. I'm noticing other bits here. I may not get off of the Raven Wing, maybe just Raven Wing. I'm sorry it's boring, it's just me painting black. But I hope you're getting loads of stuff done too. So yeah, Ronin Revival. So another separate tier in it. I've seen some plastic samurai kits as well out there. So I think it's got potential to be used with Ronin. Although I do like their metal figures, the North Star military figures. I think they're one of the better detailed metal minis out there. I know you got to pay a bit more for them, but you get what you pay for, right? I can remember the old days when I used to play D&D and stuff like that. You could only get metal figures, and then when plastics first came out, I thought my first immediate initial reaction was, oh, they're cheap and nasty. I didn't want anything to do with them. Now I know far better. And they're anything but. They're far superior to the metal counterparts, but yeah, this is basically, he's been a bit cleaned up before. Yeah, this is basically just a clean-up operation. Might as well get them all out. One more. God, such a mess this room. goodness me, this one needs cleaning up. Yeah. No, Ravenwing are quite good though. Actually, that can stay there. That looks like mud, kicked up mud that can stay. I quite like that. Adds to the effect. Ravenwing are pretty good, pretty hot. In the Dark Angel Codex, I think they're okay. I've always liked Ravenwing anyway, and I probably would have them regardless of how good or pants they were on the board, you know, on the table. And hopefully once I start doing more battle reports then I can look to Tactica, that kind of thing. I don't know what the future holds. Maybe look to Tactica, suggested by subscribers, then go to tournaments and put it into practice and film it. Or just film it playing, you know, other people. If it doesn't work, say, well, that was your suggestion. But as you can see, this doesn't work or this does work. But you know, it's up to you. Goodness me. Still, I'm glad to be doing this because I'm not really sure what else I could be doing. So I want to prime some of my other Musketeers models, but I don't want to do them all in black. Some I want to be more colourful than others, some I really want to prime grey, things like that. So yeah, Ronin. Talked about Ronin, so I'll be coming back with that. Oh, I'll tell you what happened to me. New Year's Day, I woke up in the morning quite early. One of my dogs was excuse me. One of my dogs was barking, which usually means, you know, wake up, let me out, I need a pee. So I thought, well, yeah. So I go downstairs and barking, you know, over the noise of the bark. I can't hear anything. I let them out of the garden. They rush out the garden. And I can hear a curious sound coming, like a gurgling sound coming from the ceiling in the kitchen above the sink. Now this is the bathroom is directly above our kitchen. So I thought, oh, it's making a strange sound. But maybe someone's having a shower, and I was a little bit. I was hoping my wife wouldn't have got up so early because I was hoping we could have like a coffee in bed or something like that. You know, just have a lazy day or a lazy morning anyway. So I thought, what's he having a shower now for? Meanwhile, my wife's upstairs thinking, is he having a shower now? I thought he was letting the dogs out. She could hear this noise too. But you know what I'm going to say. I come up and I enter the bathroom and I'm greeted by water pouring out the back of our sink. There's a burst pipe, wasn't it? It's like a gurgling sound. It's all the water trying to find its way down. I thought, oh, and it was like, you know, it had been on, must have been on a few minutes because steaming, you know, the hot water tap it was at the back of the sink. So I'm picture this, New Year's Day, I'm out in the street in my pyjamas, because this is where our stopcock is on the street, on the pavement, lifting it up, turning off our water. Yeah. So we had to go and get a new pipe and stuff from our local DIY shop and come home and fit that, which we did. That wasn't a problem, but man, really, in my pyjamas, about, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning. Might have been earlier actually, thinking about it. Whatever time it was. Can you believe it? Yeah, I just, really, just wanted a lazy day. That's what I wanted. But that wasn't happening. No, sir. So, yeah. That's how I spent my New Year's morning. Same day, I put the light on in here. The light goes ping and fused the socket where it joins in. It's literally the whole bulb came out, like all the glass bit, and the sections on it was fused. I also had to take all that off and sort that out. And it was, so felt like I was a plumber and an electrician all in one day, like, you know. Typical. Yeah, so and they say things happen in threes, so I got the third one because our fence blew down in the garden. Or this storm, whatever it's called, when it hit here, blew our fence down. So that was irritating, to say the least. Sorted out as well. Laugh, I suppose. It was busy, alright. Kept busy. Someone wanted me kept busy. Busy. I love the mud effect I've done on these tyres. I like it. So that's where I've put the mud on the back. I think that's awesome. I like it. It makes me happy. So, hope you're getting your models done. Whatever you're painting. I'm looking to do some Age of Sigmar as well this year, later on. I haven't got any sort of order of doing things yet. So just one guy, so I'm not sure when I'll be doing the things I say I'll be doing, hopefully. But I will hopefully do them. Age of Sigmar is one of the things I want to do. I want to, because at the moment I've only got 2 figures assembled from my Age of Sigmar box set. But I'll hopefully look to change that later in the year. Just have some build days. Priming's the doddle now. I have my airbrush. That's one thing I have to worry too much about, because I've got quite a ventilated area here. And the masks. And I can prime with my airbrush indoors, so that's pretty cool. I think a lot of us have had the bad experience with aerosol cans when it comes to either priming or varnishing over the years. Oh, I love these videos, you know. I know they're not particularly dynamic in that way, but it's nice to, I enjoy a paint along video. I'm always on the lookout for them. Ones where we're just painting along at the same speed, raw video, nothing's altered except for the beginning and ending, but there we are. I always mean to talk about something and I go off and end up talking about something else. I'll just leave him there now, so I've only got one left. Yeah. I see a lot of people putting up what they hope to do for this year, their hopes and dreams and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. I mean, my hopes and dreams are the same any time of the year. Just hope to keep on pushing my channel as much as I can. I want to get bigger and better and try and get some more subscribers this year. I do get more subscribers, but it's a trickle really. I don't get that many extra like I used to. I think you go through phases. Yeah, so I'll try and do some, try and think of ways to increase my subscribers. I love my subscribers. It's what makes me want to do more videos. There's a lot of work he's doing on these guys yet. Some more than others. Yeah, I think we're just about there with these. Oh, right. So that's that. Ah, oh, that's good. Glad to see the back of that black. Use my brush cleaner. Okay, amazing how much more paint this stuff gets out. Yeah, I'm just cleaning the brush here. I'll clean them up properly later on, just so I can get to a point where I'm okay with it. And then what I think I'll do is I'll base this guy. I'll do something on the base with that guy. Oh. I wonder what to do. Normally I just do. I've got basing material. I've got various things I do. I don't know, sometimes I just want to do something different, you know. I'm just looking to see what I've got here. No. Look at some. I'm just looking for some basing material. I'll be right there. Right. Perfect. What I'm going to do. I'm going to do. So I know it's common for people to do sand on a base. I've got some modelling down here to sand their bases, but I've never actually done it. So I'm gonna have a go at it. You know, I think it might be fun. So use this container. Let's find a scabby old brush. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So I've never actually done this before. I think it'd be kind of cool. Just to say I've done it at least once. So I usually use texture paints or that kind of thing, you know. Let's see if this is actually of any benefits to me. Right, now what I'm going to do is take that off of there. Just pop it in there a moment. Right, now what I'm going to do is in here, I'm just going to done. Put the sound back. No, I'm just popping lids on things and putting things aside. So yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Looks alright to me. I'll let him dry. So I can dry brush over that and various other things. Right. So that's him out of the way. Things I can do. Man, that was a lot of black today. Awful lot of black. Okay, objective marker. Wasted a lot of glue there, but I've got absolutely tons and tons of glue. Alright, Seraphim Sepia. I might actually... Yeah, I might actually give them another thin coat of white. Thin coat of white. Thinner in there. Yeah, that's more like it. This is just an objective marker, so at least it will be. Got an idea. The objective markers for Tyranids. Tyranid Wild. So that, for that to dry. Oh, I'm almost there really. Work on my manservant. Excuse the yawning. Which I might do. Yeah, I like the grey. You've got a Slanesh grey, that's quite like. Yeah. Slanesh grey. These other brushes are older. I'm going to grab myself another sheet of tissue. Bear with me. So a lot of these models I do like the sand on the base there. It's just tests really. Test models. And that, yeah. I tend to do it with models I've got as spares and things. Let's thin that down a bit. There. It's a layer paint, so doesn't need thinning down quite as much. Right. So for this manservant here. Bit of grey. Started his skin. Yes, I'll make it different effects on the tunic and the trousers with washes or glaze. Don't need to be too careful at this stage, which is why I'm using a larger brush. And it covers the area quicker and easier. I find, anyway. I know it's a bit flamboyant at the moment, even for grey, but when I dirty them down with some washes, it'll look much more convincing. Right, there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. There. So, that just about concludes this episode of On the Bench with Pete. I hope you've got stuff done. Obviously I'm going to carry on, but get this episode out. I don't want these to go on for too long. These on the benches, I think an hour is a good length of time. So yeah, I think we'll end it there. So thanks again for painting along with me. I'm just going to finish my tea, work out what I'm going to do next, and just carry on painting. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys on our next video. Bye for now.